I was going to talk about one percenters.
I made that reference.
Yeah, because have you ever seen the Galloping Goose patch? It's pretty cool. It's a middle finger with legs.
Oh, wow. Nope, I've never seen that.
There you go.
I don't even know what a Galloping Goose is. Is it a subset of...
A Galloping Goose is like a bantam rooster. I don't know.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast, your weekly podcast that delivers a minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 Transformers movie. And this is your episode 64. So that's going to cover about the 63:01 to the 64-minute mark. This is your host, Aaron, and with me are two guys. Blah, 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 lazy intro, second week in a row.
Holy
Please
shit.
Introduce yourselves.
I'm Ryan. I love that there's like a big difference between your actual, like the intros you've clearly put severe thought into, and then you're just like, I'm tired.
I like it. No, I it's cool.
Well, this one was written at, I believe, around...
I'm Caleb, by the way.
I think this intro was written at about 1:30 a.m. a couple nights ago, and so I was just like, I'm done. It can take me an hour to write an intro if I'm being really creative, but sometimes you just don't fucking feel like it. Mm-hmm. We don't have a fucking writing team. This is all off the cuff, audience. If you think this is good writing, just know it's all us.
If you think it's bad, it's also us.
That's true.
It's all us.
We take all the credit and get all of the feedback, negative feedback, of which there's been none. Because we're amazing.
Speaking of feedback, it
is
maybe
true.
By this point, we've been getting it, but we're in the past right now.
We're ignoring it. So, let's recap the last episode. In the middle of a morning moment, some miscellaneous motorcycled maniacs materialized.
See, you worked on that.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
I work on it in, like, basically my process is I save the creative stuff for the end. I go through the minute, get my notes, and if I feel like I've got some juice,
I
put some time into
punch it up.
Yeah, exactly. There was fighting.
Bruce Blanche.
Exactly.
Like
I get old Brucey to come in and bedazzle my
Exactly.
my notes with some wittiness. There was fighting, so much glorious fighting, much knocking down and getting back up and transforming into motorcycles. Mm-hmm. And that really brings us to the beginning of this minute. So where we left off, RC and Daniel had just commented on the indestructibility and the everywhereness of these things. And from the ground emerged dozens more of these trash people. So at the end of that sequence, Wreck-Gar kind of zooms in on a motorcycle and he says, "You check in, but you don't check out," which I take as a threat of death.
And there's a glint in his eye.
Yeah, I
love it.
I don't know how I feel about the
I think
lens flare.
Well, what I don't get with that glint is like it doesn't seem to fit with anything that he's saying.
Well, it is a weird choice. I think it looks cool. I don't understand the choice. Like with Galvatron, his glare that we had earlier, it made more sense in the context.
It just seems like a strange decision to make.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. And you check in, but you don't check out is obviously a reference to the Roach Motel. Mm-hmm. Roaches check in, but they don't check out. Sorry if you had that coming up.
So about that, that's the one sort of off thing about all the things he's said up to this point. Everything has been 1960s references. Roach Motel wasn't introduced until 1976. And it was their tagline back then. And I also thought this is an interesting point in the research I did. After it was a very successful product, Black Flag also marketed kind of a similar product called the Flyport that was designed for unwanted flying pests, and it did not perform as well as Roach Motel, and maybe partially due to its tagline, "Lots of arrivals, but no departures."
That's terrible. That is terrible.
I just like that. Just feels like it's such a terrible knockoff of.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we nailed it with roaches check in, but they don't check out. Lots of arrivals. No departures. Randall, you are my main guy. You're now VP of marketing.
Who's Randall?
It's VP of marketing.
He's
Oh,
the famous copywriter of Lots of Arrivals, No Departures.
Randall Flagg. Which, actually, that is a Stephen King
That was definitely
character.
thought of while someone was sitting in an airport somewhere.
Yes.
I just can't get the
I
tagline
gotta-
for
I
this
gotta-
new Black Flag
yeah,
campaign.
I gotta figure this out before I get to the meeting.
The meeting is like, as
Go
soon as
looking
I
around.
land in Chicago, I gotta pitch this. A plane comes landing. He sees it land on the runway and pull into the gate.
And explodes. They don't depart.
They arrived, but they didn't depart. So at the
It's like,
63,
if he was at a hotel, he'd be like, "You can check in, but you wait a minute. Oh, wait. Cut
Can't
all
use that
cut that
one.
fucking out. Cut that fucking out."
he's at a bus station.
They go in the bathroom, and a man has to suck them off. And then they do.
And then they get on the bus.
Randall, you're fired.
All of this is exposing Randall's vices.
Yeah, it's just like a real peek into his personal life.
Eventually, he's like, "I get drunk, I black out."
Sometimes I cut my leg.
What are we talking about?
So we're talking about Wreck-Gar's eye glint.
Oh yes, of course.
So after that eye shine animation, he then throws his axe at Springer, who it seems like he dodges it.
Yeah.
And then Springer does another move where he basically just plows
Nails
right
him.
the fuck into Wreck-Gar. He rises up into the air and then transforms. And very cool transformation sequence.
really
and I
cool.
think, and he draws a sword right as he's doing it and comes down, and immediately Wreck-Gar is
a
rushing
sword.
towards him, and they clash. Axe versus sword.
The sword is his helicopter blade.
Oh, cool.
Because in the
That's
toy, that's what the sword,
That is a good
that's what his blade
application
becomes.
of-
Yeah, I really like it.
So they clash. There's a Princess Brydian bit of sword play where we see some good 1-2 strikes, a good shield bash, which knocks Springer a good 30 feet away here.
Aaron, you and I know how to fence.
That's right. We took fencing in theater in
Yes,
high
in-
school,
yeah, in
freshman
drama.
year. Or there was a fencing project.
Component of drama, yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Wasn't
5.
Matt Papin involved with that?
He was.
Yes.
On our. We had a great scene.
A great bit. We made it all up and blocked it. It was wonderful.
I mean, it's legendary.
It was
from what I
meta.
understand.
I'm drinking this smoked maple. It tastes like celery though when you really
Oh, it
set it in.
does. That means it's healthy. That means it's good for you.
Celery whiskey.
That's right. So Wreck-Gar approaches for a defenseless blow on Springer here, but Springer transforms into car mode,
Which, I think this is the
dodges
first
the axe.
reveal that he's a triple changer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Is this our first view of the car mode?
I think
believe
it is.
So he reverses, catches some loose trash, throwing gobs of dust in the air as he spins out.
Loose trash. That's the name of Nancy.
Loose trash.
And a harken back to our previous episode.
Previous episode,
done.
trying to name. Oh man, every name is sexist. I'm sorry, female
Yeah,
listener.
That's not good. So Wreck-Gar continues to dash at Springer, who transforms back into robot mode at this point. Another kind of 1-2 strike here, and Springer's sword is destroyed. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
which I'm like now it brings up to. I mean, it's dumb to question, but like later in the movie when he transforms into a helicopter, how does that work?
Right.
But yeah, he is clobbered. Wreck-Gar is clobbered by Daniel.
So that's a genuinely surprising moment.
That's good.
Even when even having seen this movie probably 100 times, that is still a moment that catches you off guard. They did a great job with that.
Yeah.
That little
So-
clang.
Are we saying that it's a good chance that Wreck-Gar could have won that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, yeah,
seemed
now
like-
I'm 100% like Team Daniel. I mean, he is legitimately pulling more than his weight now.
Yeah, I was going to say, so a surprising moment, both from just the way they edited it and presented it, but also, as much as I dislike the concept of Daniel as a character,
Yeah,
I liked that they had him do this
Yeah.
better than anybody, if they'd have put anybody else in the mix.
Which, again, we have an example of like a child doing arguably more than any of the other Transformers.
Well, they're not fucking helping him
No,
out.
not at all.
Are they standing next to him when
Yes.
they secondary scene?
Yeah,
Yeah,
see
pretty
in the,
much.
in the
No,
very
they
next
are.
scene,
Yeah.
they're standing around him.
Yeah.
So Daniel knocks Wreck-Gar the fuck out, and we take a breath for a second here.
I
For some reason, all the Junkions are gone.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
know
that's
why.
the weird thing. I do also question the knocking out of a Junkion with one hit to the head, but I'll let it go.
Right. Thanks for doing that.
I don't mind it. I
No,
think
I don't
it's-
either.
It's a good twist.
So all the Junkions are gone for some reason. I feel like that's an animation error, but that's okay. We move past it pretty quickly. A shadow emerges and kind of overtakes. And there's a couple of really great sequences here. I love the shading and multiple levels of dark to medium value to bright as the ship the shadow overtakes Daniel. It overtakes Springer.
And we have like
and
this deep
Perceptor.
like rumbling of the ship coming over.
It's great. And we see, of course, the familiar corkscrew ship from Quintesson. Mm-hmm. This leads the viewer to understand that Hot Rod and Cup have arrived back on the scene. The boys are back in town.
We're getting the band back together. And you'll notice, we've been talking about this, but like the ship, as it comes across and then banks and comes toward us, isn't spinning, but then begins to spin as it's making its descent.
Maybe it's just the spin motion to get it to, because we know it's going to drill into the ground here. Maybe they're just kind of doing that.
Which also, by the way, is the dumbest, most ridiculous way to land a ship. Like, what? So you have to destroy a portion of the planet to, like, land?
Right. It's almost as if it was only designed specifically to land here. At
Or to
Junkion.
look neat.
Right. And I'm just noticing this now for the first time as we pause at 6350. The bottom of the ship, it looks like the bottom of the Quintessons. It's like the same general design.
Yeah, it
the
does.
Sort of abdomen, if you will.
Is that how
of
the Quintessons
Quintessons.
walk around, or whether they stop somewhere, they drill themselves?
They levitate on a beam, but yeah.
So, as Ryan was saying, we see the ship really in all of its glory at this point, from the way it banked and then kind of came back at us in almost sort of that same style of shot where Unicron is passing in front of us and we see all the details of the ship. There's a lot of cool, just, I guess, detailed elements there. And so the ship adjusts its trajectory and starts heading for the ground. We see a full length of the ship. And including the cockpit here. I'm trying to try and pause it at the right time.
And it is
here.
spinning as it's going to corkscrew into the ground. But this makes...
Whoa!
So,
I guess-
is it spinning? Maybe it's not. It feels
I
like
think
the
you're right. I think
cockpit
maybe
is
the-
stationary.
Somehow.
But why would the rest of the ship spin? But
I mean,
yeah.
I guess they've just got it on. I mean, it's just
Also,
ratcheted in
we
that
paused
way.
at
Well,
6355, and
Rewind it again. I want to confirm that this is not spinning.
it's hard to tell, but I don't think it is.
I think the cockpit's stationary. I think
Yeah.
they've got it set up to where you've got sort of
All right.
it's spinning motion maybe on the top and the bottom. Let's see if the top is
Also,
spinning.
though, you've paused it here at 6356.
One second here. So I'll just say, so for the listener, hopefully we edited out this whole sequence of us watching this in slow motion. We watched in slow motion. The entire ship is spinning below the cockpit, and the cockpit, though, is stationary, which sets us up for another shot here in a minute. And Ryan, I think you want to say something about this cockpit
Yeah,
shot.
I was just
we've got it paused at 63:56.
Yeah, I was going to say this is a rare moment where we see the Dinobots in robot form through the cockpit.
Oh yeah, that's
And
true.
Slag is there. Or Snarl.
Yeah, everybody's there.
Everybody's represented, although maybe not Sludge. So maybe
He's in
I
the
don't
bathroom.
know why- Yeah.
So I'm going to keep going in slow motion for a second to see
Wow,
if
you're right.
and no, the top of it's just not spinning. So that's good. I'm glad that it
Well, we
wasn't,
were-
because that sets us up for the next shot.
I'm kind of bummed because we were hoping for a really funny joke about this spinning around in the cockpit. We're like, whoa. But
So from inside the cockpit at around 63:56, we see the backs of Wheelie, Hot Rod, and the Dinobots. They are looking out upon the ground of Junkions and Autobots sort of combined together here. There's a lot of Junkions out there. So yeah, as Caleb was referring to, we were thinking it'd be hilarious if that cockpit was spinning.
but
And in the scene we would get to see right now that we're looking at,
It's just
is
whipping around.
Yeah.
But the animators actually pulled through in this. They thought it through.
They actually did. Nice job, professionals. Who went to college for this, no doubt. And
I mean, who knows what the fuck these guys did to get where they are now? Then, in the past, by the sea.
Great.
So
Nailed it.
we're looking down upon Junkion as the ship sort of starts to land, and then the minute ends right before the tail of the ship kisses the Junkonian.
Right before penetration.
I would say
Junkonian
I
ground?
would say penetration.
Yeah, I think we'll get into that.
We will get into it.
Well, I will, and maybe in the
Or the
next
ship
minute,
will
perhaps.
get
Not now,
into-
because it's not in this minute.
Right.
The ship's gonna fuck Junkion.
Caleb's horny. Caleb's been
I know
horny
he's
these
been trying to get
past couple
Ryan. He's
episodes.
been trying to get. He's been baiting him with. Mm-hmm. You know, Ryan, you didn't say anything about fingering there, and you coulda.
Well, see, I take it to a certain point. Ryan takes it way beyond that.
Where do I take it?
Anywhere you can get it.
Ew, I don't know. Actually, where do
I
you
take it in the middle, just the tip.
Okay.
Just to see how it feels.
Very good.
So that brings us to the end of this minute. Lots of great action here, guys. What's your favorite action sequence thus far in the movie here?
In the whole movie?
Yeah, there's been, think about this. We've got like Siege of Autobot City, this scene, Sharkticons, some space battle.
I gotta think back over the course of the
past year
and a half.
And just this is probably one of my favorite. Is the only reason I brought it up. And I think as far as, and we touched on it last episode, large amounts of group fighting. This one definitely beats the Sharkticon sequence for me in terms of creative. It's a creative fight sequence. It's fluid. The individual drawings are of a very high quality. Honestly, better than really any of the action sequences.
Yeah.
I think, with maybe the exception of Optimus Prime transforming and attacking those Decepticons on the way to battle
Also,
Megatron.
to your point, we've got an interesting situation where we have a group of people that are going to end up becoming an ally of the Autobots.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
spoilers for the next minute.
No, you know what? Knowing my history with this, I should be the guy that's being like,
What's gonna
"What's
happen?
going to happen?"
What happened?
But it is an interesting situation where you've got an ally attacking an ally just because they don't realize that they're allies.
That's that classic comic book clash where the heroes fight before they become friends.
That's right.
Favorite action sequence. I mean, it's hard. Like that. Like that Optimus Prime sequence in Autobot City is tough to beat.
My favorite clash is when Wheelie attacks Grimlock. Friend, fine, look behind. Friend, fine, look behind.
no.
Oh, it's happening again.
Smack him.
Why, boy, hit my nose.
Ow!
So, all right. Well, good conversation, guys. Let's talk.
I was just going to talk a little bit about the triple changing since this is the first time we've seen Springer become a triple changer. And I didn't remember any other Autobot triple changers. And I looked it up, and the Decepticon triple changers are pretty well known. You know, Astrotrain, Blitzwing, which we see in the movie, and then Octane, which plays pretty heavily in Season 3. But the Autobots the other triple changers are Broadside and Sandstorm, which I didn't remember either of those.
They're both in episodes of the show. They're not in the movie. But yeah, Springer is your main one. I don't have a Masterpiece version of Broadside. I don't know if that exists, but I do have a Masterpiece Sandstorm over here in the corner. It's not a very good toy. It's
Sandstorm.
Unique Toys.
What does he
Unique
do?
Toys sorter.
What are his?
Well,
It turns into like a
All
dune
those.
buggy and a helicopter.
yeah, basically the triple changers were designed to attack by land and air, and in one unfortunate case by sea. Because Broadside.
Are they the Marines of the Autobots and the Decepticons?
I guess so.
Good question.
That's true.
I prefer to call them the Swiss Army knives of the.
I will say that Masterpiece version is the best toy that I've seen of him, but because of Sandstorm, because even in the cartoon and the books and he looks ridiculous as a Transformer. He has this weird fin sticking up behind his head, which is like his rotor, and it's no good. And then Broadside, this is the first sentence on the TF wiki of Broadside's profile. Broadside is a huge loser.
Is that what you said?
No, that's what TF Wiki says. That's the first sentence. It says, well, he's an aircraft carrier, and he becomes an impossibly large jet. He was a member of the Wreckers, but he's also afraid of heights and gets seasick. So it's like...
So the things he transforms into are in direct opposition.
Yeah, it'd be like if you were like if walking like made you ill and laying down, you were terrified of laying down or something.
Right.
He's a pretty garbage character. So is Sansa. So is Octane, which there's a masterpiece version of Octane over here. He's got these just like stupid wingspan thing going on here.
He can't walk through a doorway.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he can't walk through a door.
Yeah.
He can't go anywhere.
And he turns into like basically a big jumbo jet carrier and then also a tanker truck.
Yeah, that's a stretch. That's a struggle.
But this toy version of him looks pretty neat. I'm kind of into it. I like the painted face. They've got an homage to that Starscream's Ghost episode with the face that's like the shocking, horrified face. That's kind of the
God, I need to go drinking with that
detail.
guy because he's just gonna like knock shit over everywhere you go.
But yeah, and then I looked a little bit into Springer, and it's like, obviously he's the most well known. And then I did not know this, but he was once in season 3 and once in the UK comic book. He was named as the successor to Rodimus Prime to take the Matrix.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, that should have happened. But, like, he's demonstrably the best for the job always. But then again, like, you have to wonder, maybe he didn't get the job because you can't make his name into a Prime.
Springerish.
Springimus Prime. Springer Prime.
Yep.
Anyway.
Sorry, Springer. It was never going to happen for you.
So that's
you want
all
to take
I
a picture
had
of this
on
guy?
that. Sure.
All right. I think maybe it's time for...
The ghost?
No.
What?
Before that,
It's time for...
Oh!
Script deviations!
Script deviations.
Sorry, dude.
That's okay. So this is Aaron speaking. I don't have much going on, but I tend to go first because my script is pretty close in to what we see on screen. It's a later draft. Ryan's going to go next because his is an early draft, which tends to be very different.
It's like an acid trip.
So, yeah. So like I said, mine's not really very different, but it does say regarding that scene with the shining eye, the script has a very different description of what happens on Wreck-Gar. He gnashes his teeth and grins and then blinks his eyes, which roll to show eyes like ping-pong balls.
What?
Wreck-Gar makes blipping noises as he does this.
Okay, so I understand.
Instead of
So
the
I
eye
was-
shining.
So I was like, what the fuck is this?
I still don't really understand what that is.
It was a compromise on that. But what does ping pong ball eyes mean?
that's in mine too.
Don't know. I guess it was a
But
vestigial of
it's interesting
Ryan's
how-
bonkers
It's
script.
interesting, real quick. It's interesting how they will. Okay, so that is like, they'll do that to what, appease the writer, or like, I don't see why they would need that at all. But maybe it's just like, okay, look, we need to have something at this point, and so they put a glint.
We need to go to a writing room, I guess.
Right, but I'm sure Ryan might elaborate.
I
on
can
this.
maybe like shed some light on it, not much, but like in my script as we start, it's right after the Junkions pop out of the junk, and then Springer, RC, Daniel, Perceptor, and Blur are all like around, like they close ranks and look at the Junkions, and Perceptor says, "Maybe they're not as mean as they look." And then Wreck-Gar, that's the point where he gnashes his teeth, grins, blinks his eyes, which roll to show eyes like ping-pong balls with dots in them, then roll back. Wreck-Gar makes blipping noises as he does this.
What the fuck is that all about?
Dots?
And, like, and then Springer says, hold that thought to Perceptor, which is like, maybe they're not as mean as they look, hold that thought after that display. But I'm like, but that's not a threatening display. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Haven't they already been fighting up to this point in this version of the
I'm
script?
trying to figure out why that demonstration in his eyes would somehow communicate to the audience of the script, us or whoever, that they are not evil. I really don't.
Why would they do it to begin with, and why would that thing convey that thing?
I don't think they're like. First of all, so he says, I don't think that. Obviously, we eventually need to understand that they're not on the Decepticon side or against the Autobots. But the fact that they say, I don't think they're What does he say?
He says maybe they're not as mean as they look, but
And then they do that to demonstrate it?
to demonstrate they are mean, because then Springer says, hold the thought.
I think it's fucking weird.
It's just very weird, yeah. And then basically, like, because next, RC looks at Junkion, stifles a scream, holds Daniel close to her. Junkion flips out a snipping tool with a blowtorch head, starts moving toward RC with snippers working, laughing as he moves in. Then Daniel, stepping in front of RC bravely, he'll have to get by me first. And then Springer moves toward RC protectively as Blur also takes a fighting pose. And I'm like, guys, she can fight. Like, I hate this protecting of RC. Like, because she's a woman, they wouldn't. If you substitute any other Autobot in there, it's very weird.
You know what's kind of sad is that instead of giving RC the opportunity to knock out Wreck-Gar, they give it to the child.
I know that's always, but yeah, and also I question as to like. I don't know why I like Perceptor saying maybe they're not as mean as they look. I think maybe he'd say more like threatening.
Based on what?
Because he speaks very clinically and specifically. Like I just don't think he'd say mean.
Oh, I don't say. I'm not asking like how he's saying it. What is?
Yeah.
What's
I don't know why he said. Like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense either.
So I guess then their behavior is to demonstrate that they're a wild card.
I don't know, man.
It's weird.
Anyway, that's it.
That's weird.
Maybe that is what it is.
Then the ship starts coming over. There we go. That's the end of that.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Yeah, I hate everything about
I
it.
like it. So, okay, great. Well, at this point, we tend to have our little seance. We have figured out ways to make it happen really fast. Let's just conjure this thing.
Yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it.
So, okay, we can.
I'm the ghost of the iconic moment.
You know.
So what, Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
You got an iconic moment?
I mean, it's again kind of the whole minute, but just the Springer and Wreck-Gar like sparring with melee weapons. I really like that. That's and then like the reveal that he's the triple changer, which is kind of like thrown away. Like it's kind of like it seems like an afterthought, but that's basically it.
I agree. That's a good one. Caleb, you got anything?
I like where you're surprised by Daniel.
That's true.
Yeah. I think that's a good one. This has got a bunch, and we're kind of leaving out the emergence of Hot Rod and Cup's ship, like the way it's just kind of presented as it's kind of entering onto the scene, and everybody's like in awe of it.
Mm-hmm. I'll have some more to say about that in the next one, but yeah.
Okay. We don't want to dig into that too closely, but like, how the fuck did they know where they were?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
So you can cut that out if you want.
Is that in the script deviations at all?
I don't know. That was my question.
All right.
Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
Fellas, on the amazing song, we listened to it a couple weeks ago, Backseat Freestyle by the one and only Kendrick Lamar. He has a line, I wish my dick was big as the Eiffel Tower so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Well, Kendrick, this is what that could literally look like. All that and more. So continue to listen to the show, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and TuneIn. Follow us on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all of them at APodcast, and the web presence, autopoddecepticast.com.
That's right.
Rate and subscribe. Ryan, anything good going on the website?
Yeah.
Talk to you later, everyone.
Bye, bye, bye.
Hey. Excuse me. All right.
Well, excuse me, princess. Remember that show?
That is, of course, Legend of Zelda. That which would appear on what, Thursdays and Fridays on the Super Mario Super Show?
Yeah, it's like a twofer.
I always thought the animation of those shows was good. Although, if I were to watch it today, I might.
The Super Mario Super Show is on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Streaming now.
Is this me?
That's mine.
Oh. Okay. I have a spec as well.
Yeah,
And I used to have a clear spec. I
this
guess
is-
I don't anymore.
I mean, this is so much less bulky than an OtterBox. I'm so glad I got them.
And they work really well.
Yeah.
Mine started degrading though, actually down around the bottom, and I ended up
Mine too.
having a crack on my screen because I happened to drop it exactly where it degraded.
Oh, really?
Okay, here's the minute.
It's not hard to knock them down. It's getting them to stay down that's the trick.
Thanks, Kevin.
I mean,
Here we go.
You check in, but you don't check out.
It's a weird choice, but it works really well. Good job, Daniel. Well, that's not spinning. Well, that is.
But obviously, part of it can't be spinning because there's
But
otherwise
either
they
be
just go like.
Are we gonna say we're gonna
we'll have to recreate that moment.
There's always like a
Vomit.
robot vomit.
Save it. Save it, Cup.
All right, let me back this up.
Blow cells, where we sell good.